Hi, everybody. Stacey Roberts from the Saltivation team coming to you with an update for the city of Chicago, Illinois. Some of you might be aware that they have their own personal property lease transaction tax. And we're seeing this specifically with our software vendor, Avalara. So, for those taxpayers that have Avalara as their tax engine, Avalara made a change such that it is not being considered, that Chicago tax is not being considered a sales tax. They've changed it to a rental tax, which is more in line with what that tax actually is. However, that tax does apply and operates like a sales tax for taxpayers that sell into the city of Chicago. And this is really has some impacts for software vendors in particular. And this is where we've seen with our clients where Avalara has made some changes. And you have to go into Avalara and actually set it up properly. And this is not necessarily new. This has been something that Avalara switched a few months ago. I'm coming to you in November, and they switched it up a few months ago in 2024. However, what there has been a disconnect with is in the systems. So the ERP systems or point of sale systems that are attached to Avalara, if there are exempt customers, it may require the taxpayers to go back into their ERP and or point of sale systems to update those exemptions and to make the systems talk because the exemptions would have been set up in Avalara as a sales tax exemption. And since now Avalara has switched it to a rental tax, those systems may not be talking appropriately. Avalara does have some fixes for it. It may depend upon what your ERP and or point of sale system is, however, to make the appropriate change. It's not an Avalara setting. It is definitely something in the ERP and or point of sale system that has to be updated. But once those updates are made, then they do talk appropriately, and the exemptions then will apply. However, we have seen some customers or some clients rather that have had some sales that have been exempt previously, been taxed because of the fact that those systems were not talking. So just a heads up to everybody that may have City of Chicago responsibilities as well as exempt customers. Again, this is something that's a little specific. However, it is good to know that you may have a situation where your exempt customers are not being exempted properly, even though you have all of the proper documentation and they were being exempted previously. So just a heads up on that. So double check your settings, double check whether those exemptions are actually occurring, and then contact Avalara, and or you could contact us to contact Avalara for you if your systems are not talking properly, because we are an Avalara partner.